Hey there, BookTube. Noah. Everyone who reads it must converse is the channel. Today I'm going to show off a very awesome book. This is an art book, but all about alchemy and mysticism. I actually have the French dust jacket on this one. How that happened, I don't know. Because here we have this whole dust jacket here is in French, but the book is actually an English edition of Alchemy and Mysticism. Great lettering. Very, very beautifully done, this book. So I figured I'd show. And now the frontispiece is the actual frontispiece for William Blake, The Emanation of the Giant Albion. That is Los entering into death, the door of death, entering into the world, entering into creation. With this, there is quite a bit of talk at the beginning. I'll get just right through it. The introduction has some pretty cool pictures, some of Hermes. You'll see some of the stuff that was in that collection of emblems. All alchemical and mystical ideas explored here. And it's done by theme. So the first theme is Macrocosm. So the outer world, right? The magnum opus, the great work, is the second one. The cosmic egg, the idea of the cosmic egg. Now, I was immediately drawn to this work, not only because it's Tashen that put it out and they're beautifully done, and not only because the subject matter is alchemy and mysticism, which I love, but because of the sheer amount of works that are, you see, there is just expounding a little bit on everything in the margins. So this is different cosmological maps that we can find in the ancient worlds. There's Atlas we saw. Earth's relation to the sun. 1617 is when that was drawn. Different maps of the universe there. There's a heliocentric. Very interesting stuff to go through. The precession of the moon. There's just a whole lot of different ideas touched on, and we're just going through the outer world here, right? And you see, all right, so pictures of the zodiac, the stars, there's just so much to it. I couldn't help myself but to get in it, and I believe for like 2 weeks after I had got it, it was just my constant companion. So along with observing all this about the outer world, at the end here we have an exploration of the eye, how we behold the outer world. So from 1508, diagram of the eye. from 1619. The cosmic egg and the eye, the eyeball itself, are very, very related. The symbol of the Vesica Piscis. Alright, so then the great work of alchemy itself. Alchemy is an inner activity, but how it was communicated was often in symbols of outer things. And so each of these is a picture, a symbolic representation of a process to be done. Evaporation, calcification, stagnation, distillation, all these kind of chemical processes that have analogs inside the being, inside the person. See, so the person himself is in the retort. These are beautiful. This is 16th century. Tashen just goes above and beyond with their reproductions of artwork. The colors are vivid. The lines are strikingly crisp. And even something like this. Now this is a picture of actually William Blake's Last Judgment, 1808. This is a huge painting. This is a huge, huge, huge painting that was done. And here in this book, it is rendered so small. You know, half of one of these pages. This book is not large by any means. But you see how well the detail is shown in this book. So well done. And the also the person who put together this book obviously had a deep affinity for William Blake as well. There's a lot of William Blake in this. Even though there's not a lot of evidence that we have that William Blake was interested in any kind of alchemical system. To the contrary, it seems like, if anything, William Blake was against systems, at least systems as created by other people. In William Blake's Jerusalem, the Emanation of the Giant Albion itself, it says, I must create a system. I must create a system or be enslaved by another man's. So much interesting stuff here. So we'll just go through a little bit and see what we can see. I don't want to get that, I want to keep that glare off the page as much as I can. So we'll just kind of flip around. There's just too much beautiful art in this book. Each with each with their own little caption. So you see there's a picture from Gulliver's Travels. A big picture, big time. This I have shown, not in this edition, but this is the Kali Chakra mandala, the Wheel of Time, and it is awesome. So we have pictures of just a picture that can be said to be encyclopedic. You know, just a picture that has so much in it that the picture itself could be studied. See these things like the various trees of life that we have. This one is looking at like a Pythagorean theorem. Different ways the trees of life have been represented in the different worlds. The inverted tree of life there. Different trees, tree of life. Another kind of tree of life is the ladder ascending to heaven. So this is William Blake's picture of Jacob's ladder. Jacob, the patriarch, is asleep there on the ground having his dream where he sees a ladder to heaven. In the Rosicrucians, I believe, the first degree board, there is no shortage of inspiring image, inspiring to just kick your thoughts off into just, some territory you didn't even know where you were going. This one is capable of both this and that. Choose, and what thou chooses shall be thine. It just doesn't stop, this book. It's a thick one. I'm at 300 pages. I'm about halfway. This is over 500 pages, 550 pages. And you see, it just doesn't stop with the beautiful images. This is a cover for Aurora. This is Jacob Boehm. Jacob Boehm was a very, very interesting figure. Privately enlightened figure that then wrote a lot of mystical writings that are just hard to understand because it's his own system. These artists, these genius creatives that are just going off of inspiration like that, what they do is they create their own system. And they may not even spell that out very explicitly what their system is, because it's not for you. And they're not trying to show, trying to indoctrinate someone or something like that to a system. They're trying to share how to break free. How to break free. Break free from the mind, not be enslaved to your thoughts and to your perceptions. All that kind of thing. How to break free, freedom, liberation. That's what it's all about. Ledbetter and Annie Besant, some theosophical writers, theosophists. Every page is illustrations and pictures of all different stuff. Brain and memory. There's all these different avenues. The human form divine. The model of the body as microcosm. Saw this picture in black and white in my John Milton illustrated by William Blake. This is one of the pictures from that, either L'Allegro or the El Penseroso. See the huge angel there with his toe upon the mountaintop, and then just this huge spiritual scene happening. How the different parts in the church, you know, the earthly way that the earthly and how it relates to Christ's body is what that is. We could go, I mean, I could go through this for hours. Like I said, when I bought it, it was, you know, for like 2 weeks, it was a constant companion where I just read it and looked at everything and couldn't, you know, didn't want to do anything else than to experience all this and get into, you know, what is all these wonderful artists depicting through centuries and centuries of art. (1620s), 1618, 1625. Amazing, huh? Androgyny. You know, nothing taboo about that, guys. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's just saying that, you know, the male and female, as far as occult or esoteric thought is concerned, male and female do not really point to the Ouroboros. Does not really point to our gender. Male and female are two different types of energies. One is active energy, and the other is passive potential. For lack, you know, just to put it very simply and inadequately, but that there is two energies that work together. Different depictions of the Ouroboros. Pretty awesome, huh? Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed or stuck through, if you stuck through this far. Alchemy and Mysticism by Tashen. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Maybe say something, you know, in the comments. Let me know, because I enjoy sharing these beautiful books. So hope you liked it, and catch you on the next one, BookTube. Bye bye.